the Baltic States and their involvement in NATO-Russia relations. The Baltic States, Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia have been a topic of controversy in the NATO-Russia relations for several years now. These states, with their proximity to Russia, have always been vulnerable to Russian aggression. With the ongoing tensions between NATO and Russia, the Baltic states have been seeking protection from NATO, which has led to an increase in military presence in these regions. The Baltic states were under Soviet domination for over 50 years until they regained their independence in the early 1990s. This abrupt change in power dynamics led to various challenges, including the formation of a new government, a fragile economy, and political instability. The Soviet Union's collapse in 1991 resulted in Russia losing its power over these states, which led to fears of retaliation. It wasn't long before Russia started flexing its muscles and testing the waters once again by invading Georgia in 2008 and Ukraine in 2014. As a result, the Baltic states began to fear that they could be next on Russia's hit list, and this fear hasn't subsided. The Russian aggression and land-grabbing tactics have made the Baltic states feel even more vulnerable, and they have raised their concerns about their security. The Baltic states have made it clear that they see NATO as their only hope for security. In 2004, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania joined NATO, which gave them access to the alliance's resources, including military capabilities and defense infrastructure. NATO also provides a collective security umbrella that deters any potential aggressor from attacking its members. However, NATO's military presence in these regions has also irked Russia, which sees this as an encroachment on its security. Russia argues that NATO's expansion in the post-Cold War era is a violation of the understanding reached between the US and Soviet leaders at the end of the Cold War, which stated that NATO would not expand eastward. This argument has led to a Cold War II scenario, where both NATO and Russia are flexing their military muscles. In recent years, NATO has significantly increased its military presence in the Baltic states, which has led to a rise in tensions between NATO and Russia. This tension is not limited to the Baltic states, it has also spilled over into other parts of Eastern Europe. In response to NATO's military presence in the region, Russia has also increased its military capabilities in the nearby Kaliningrad Oblast. The Kaliningrad Oblast is a Russian exclave bordered by Lithuania and Poland, which gives Russia a strategic position in the region. Russia has deployed advanced military equipment, including missiles, in the region, which has intensified the conflict between Russia and NATO. The situation in the Baltic states is precarious, and the fear of Russian aggression is real. The Baltic states are right to fear Russian aggression, given Russia's recent history of annexation and military interventions. However, NATO's military presence in these regions has led to increased tensions and a potential escalation of conflict in the region. In conclusion, the Baltic states' involvement in NATO-Russia relations provides a glimpse into the complexities of post-Cold War geopolitics. The Baltic states are caught between their desire for security and their proximity to Russia, which makes them vulnerable to Russian aggression. NATO's increased military presence in these regions has intensified the conflict between Russia and NATO, which has the potential to escalate into a full-blown conflict. Ultimately, a peaceful resolution to this conflict can only be achieved if the NATO-Russia relationship is reevaluated, with a focus on mutual trust and understanding.